Hey, what's going on YouTube family? I have finally invested in my first cold wallet ledger storage system. This is called the LEDGER Nano X. Check it out. So now that I'm starting to get a little bit bigger investments in the crypto community, I want to go ahead and try to protect myself and keep my funds as secure as possible. Again, I'm not going to make any suggestions as to which cold wallet you should purchase, but I would definitely suggest you figure out a way to keep your funds secure the same way you would at a bank or any other fiat. I'm going to unbox my LEDGER Nano X and see just how easy it is to get working and to get set up. Feel free to let me know which cold wallet storage you guys use down in the comments, and if you have any suggestions or recommendations as to which ones we should try out. If you guys do appreciate the crypto content, please feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, and go ahead and destroy that thumbs up button. Alright guys, so here we have the LEDGER Nano X. So this is just a sleeve, nothing really exciting going on there. So we do have this case, and it looks like once you pop it open, this is one of the USB styles. It's not one of the really thick wallets. So it comes out really easily. And as you can see, this is really a small device. There's not a lot going on there. It opens up really easily like this, and it's actually made out of a really resilient design. It actually says right there, resilience by design. This is not a thin piece of plastic that's really flimsy or anything. This is actually, as you can hear, that piece of metal protecting this piece right here. So I really do like that. Once you slide it back in there, it is actually really solid. So if you were to drop this on the ground or something, or if you were to accidentally, let's say it fell out of the case or whatever, and you were to accidentally step on it, I believe, obviously, you don't want to step on it, but I think that it would protect it to the point where it wouldn't automatically crush it, like if it was just some flimsy kind of plastic or something like that. Now, obviously, the display isn't going to turn on, or you're not going to see anything displayed here on the USB itself until we get this popped in and plugged in. So I'm going to go ahead and unbox and see what else we have here in the case. So after I took this piece out here, we still do have this this piece right here, which is going to be the instruction booklet. It's basically the getting started. I'm going to pop this guy out here. So inside of here, you're going to see the USB power that's going to go from your PC into the actual cold wallet device here. The plug is on the end. I don't know if you can see that. I'll try to get it a little closer there. So that's where the power is going to be plugged into from your PC. The cable itself looks like it's made out of a durable piece of plastic, which is actually braided with some kind of cloth. You see that a lot with some of the more durable cables, instead of just being a tiny piece of plastic, which really, it doesn't last very long. So I do like the construction on the USB cable. Underneath this piece of plastic, be sure not to forget to open this here. It's actually a piece of cardboard. There's a small cable, or I should say, there's a small thing here that you can actually attach to this device, and let me see if I can get a zoom there. It's really hard to get zoomed in because it's so small, but what it is, it's something that you can actually loop through the device itself, and it's going to allow you to attach this to either a keychain or something like that. So be sure to open this case up, and do not forget to take it out of this place right here. And as you can see, it works just like that. You just loop it through, and then you have this neat little guy right here that's going to allow you to either, I doubt I would keep this on an actual keychain just due to the size. I'm not trying to keep that in my pocket. But this is something that you could attach to something larger, maybe another drive or something like that, an external drive, just to keep everything in one general area. So what we have here are some things that are called recovery sheets. It looks like that's kind of cool. There's actually 3 of them, and it has a place for you to write down your recovery phrase on the back of these cards, which is really cool. That way, if you have different wallets, or if you create a different wallet, it's going to give you multiple recovery sheets for that. So you'll have those. You won't have to write down on a little cheap piece of paper or something to keep those stored. So that's kind of cool right there. And at the very top, it just says your recovery phrase is the only backup of your private keys. Losing or sharing it puts your crypto at risk. Obviously, if you're into crypto and your wallet, you should know that already, but it does remind you. Also on the inside, we have this cool little sticker thing. I actually like this. This is obviously just some stuff you can pop on your computer or something like that, just for a little bit of decoration, whatever, but that's kind of cool. Here we have the use, care, and regulatory statement, and also the getting started booklet. The getting started booklet is actually, it looks like it's thick, but it has a lot of different languages in there. So I don't think it's going to be that big or difficult to read through and take a lot of time. What I would say, yeah, once you open it up, you see there, you're going to see the basic instructions and whatnot. Really, it's going to be all about going online through the website, making sure you have everything downloaded like that. So, yeah, there's really only 4 things. Press the left button to power on the device. Press left or right button to browse through the menus. Press both buttons to simultaneously to validate a selection, and then hold both buttons at any time to access the settings, to power off, etc. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to ledger.com/start to get started on setting up my ledger. I will let you guys know how it goes. I'm going to try to get through all the difficult stuff before I continue on this video. Alright guys, here we have the LEDGER Nano X. So I just plugged this into my computer, and this is exactly the first thing you're going to see when you plug it in. It's going to give you the welcome screen, and then it's going to tell you to press right. Now, as you can see, this button right here is actually not just a swivel and a hinge, but it is actually a button you can press. When you press that, it's going to tell you to download the LEDGER Live at ledger.com/start, then press right, and then that's what we're going to do right now. Okay guys, here we are on the ledger.com/start webpage. We're going to go ahead and click download here. So that was a really small download. That's cool. Let's go ahead and run the installer now. So once you do click on install, we're going to go ahead and go through the normal Windows setup process here. And again, that was really quick. Just run LEDGER Live. Okay, let's see what they have. Alright guys, so this is going to be the screen that you're going to see when you download the software and run it for the first time. So let's go ahead and click on the Get Started button. Terms of use, of course, blah blah blah. We all know that you should probably read through that. I'm not going to show that on this video. Cool, so what is your device? You have the blue, the Nano X or Nano S. I do have the Nano X. First time using your Nano X? Yes, it is. Let's scroll down and see what the options are. Connect your Nano X, connect it to the app, restore your recovery phrase on a new device. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the set up a new Nano X. Access your crypto assets are stored on the blockchain. You need a private key to access them and manage them through your wallet, obviously. Own your private key is stored within Nano. You must be the only one to own it and be in control of your money. There again, guys, you need to take ownership of your crypto investments. The basics: stay offline. Your Nano works as a cold storage wallet. This means that it's never exposed online to all the hackers. It's not exposing your private key. That's good. It's going to allow me to buy, sell, manage, and exchange and earn crypto while remaining protected. You will validate every crypto transaction with your Nano. Alright, let's go set it up. Alright, plan to take 30 minutes. Grab a pen to write with. Stay alone and choose a safe, quiet environment. Yeah, there you go. You do not want to be setting up your ledger somewhere somebody may look over your shoulder. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and click on OK, I'm ready. Make sure you follow the instructions on this app at every step of the process. Okay, here we go. So this is where we're going back to the Nano. So guys, here you go. This is one of the first processes that you're going to want to do, and that is create a 4 to 8 digit PIN on your Nano X. So now that we've input the 4 to 8 digit code, it's going to give us this prompt to write down your recovery phrase. So the key will give you some instructions to navigate through. As you see here, if you press back, this is exactly what the instructions told me. It is your only backup to restore your accounts as needed. So here you go, write down on your recovery sheet in the correct order. Press both buttons to continue. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and get my recovery codes. So once you do have your 24 words written down, it's going to give you this prompt to press left to verify the words, and then you're going to press both buttons to continue. So I do like the fact that it allows me to go back and check my 24 word recovery phrase. That's kind of cool. I would suggest doing that to make sure you don't write down the wrong words or spell them incorrectly. So once you do that process, basically you're going to go through and confirm each of those 24 words on the stick itself. What it's going to do is give you multiple choices per word. So number one, it's going to give you a choice of 4 words that you have to cycle through and confirm. And it's going to go through that for each of the 24 words. So again, that's why they say go ahead and give yourself a few minutes to get this set up, because it is going to take some time. So it looks like we have confirmed. It's going to go ahead and tell you not to share your key or this key with anybody, because if so, all your assets will be lost. So you need to keep up with this thing the same way you would keep up with your PIN number and your credit card. So let's jump back over to the software on the PC and see where we go from here. Alright guys, now that we have finished the setup on the actual key itself, we're going to jump back over here to the Ledger software on my computer and go to next step. So now it is asking for the PIN code. Your PIN code is the first layer of security. This is the one that I created when I set up my key a few moments ago. And since I've already done this on the Ledger itself, I'm going to go ahead and skip this process. And this page is actually just telling us how to go through the recovery phrase. So it looks like this is just navigating us through the stick of what we've already done. I'm going to go ahead and click that. This is basically just some CYA. Take your recovery sheet. This is what I showed you earlier, guys. I've already done this. We went through this process. I have written down my words. It may not be a coincidence that mine said eat more bacon in that order, but it is what it is. Alright, I have confirmed my recovery phrase on my Ledger, and it looks like I'm good to go there. Yeah, and enter these words on a hardware wallet only, not on computers or smartphones. Never share your 24 words with anyone, not even with Ledger. Keep that in mind, guys. The whole point of the cold wallet is to keep this offline. Do not store your words on an online computer or phone. That would completely disregard the whole purpose of this being offline. Alright, we are done. Now let's see. Now game on. Answer 3 simple questions to avoid common misconceptions about your hardware wallet. Let's take a quiz. As a Ledger user, my crypto is stored on my Nano on the blockchain. This is a hot wallet. Nano is the cold wallet. So we're going to click on my Nano. Incorrect. Your crypto is always stored on the blockchain. Your hardware wallet only holds your private key, which gives you access to your crypto. That is correct, guys. It's always on the blockchain. Do not think that just because you have the Ledger that everything is automatically going to be put there and you're no longer out on the blockchain. So do not think that. I wanted you to see that. It's always on the blockchain. That's impossible to not be on the blockchain. If my recovery phrase is no longer secure or private, no problem. Ledger can send me a copy. My crypto is no longer safe and I need to transfer them to a secure place. Obviously, we know that Ledger cannot send me a copy. They should never know your recovery phrase. Never give those words out to anyone, not even your spouse. Anyone who knows anything about the recovery phrases can steal your crypto assets. If you lose it, you must quickly transfer your crypto to a secure place. Do that immediately. When I connect my Nano to the Ledger app, my private key is still offline, briefly connected to the internet. What do you guys think? Still offline. Your private key always remains offline in your hardware wallet. That's the purpose of it. Even when connected to your Nano, the Ledger app cannot access your private key. You must physically authorize every transaction on your device. Alright, here we go. Soon you will become a pro. Don't worry, Ledger is here to guide you through your journey. You will soon feel extra comfortable about your crypto safety. Only one quick step left. Alright, here we go. Genuine check. We'll verify whether your Nano is genuine. This should be a quick and easy setup. Let's go ahead and click check my Nano. Okay, it's running through some checks. You guys see that? I still have my Nano connected, obviously, to my computer. And it looks like the message on my Nano is reflecting what you guys see on the screen. So I'm going to click on Allow Ledger Manager. There we go. All good. Your Ledger Nano X is genuine and ready to use with Ledger Live. There we go. Alright everybody, here we are on the main screen. We have Portfolio, where I will be able to add and manage my crypto assets. The Discover, which is going to show all of, let's see, we have the Card Edition. We have MoonPay, which is what I use when I buy crypto. Let's see what else we have on here. We have a few that are coming soon, so that's cool. Compounds, Diversify, alright, that's cool. And there's Wire as well down here. So I don't have a card yet connected, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. Here is the manager, and this is really cool. So here we have, okay, we're showing me my firmware is outdated. So I like how it tells me that. Obviously, it's outdated because I just installed the software and set up my Ledger Nano. So this is one of the first things I would assume that we need to do is update the firmware for your Nano. But before that, I want to have a look and see what else is shown down here. This shows no apps installed on my device. The app catalog is kind of cool. This shows all of the crypto, the DEX. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, there's Polkadot. Okay, cool. Assuming this is going to show all the catalogs and everything that's in there. Let's go ahead and do a search real quick and see what we can find. To manage Dripcoin ERC tokens, install the Ethereum app and please verify you indeed have the ERC20 version before sending to your Ethereum account. See, there you go. That's exactly what it's for. Now, if you want to manage anything, you need to make sure you're going to have the back end for that coin, like BTC, BNB, Ethereum, etc., etc. Now, I do see here Cardano says requires third-party wallet. It looks like there's a few more here. Crypto.org, the CRO, there may be a few more down through here. So I'll look into that a little bit more down the road. Right now, I'm not really worried about that because everything I have is going through the smart chain, Binance, and also through Ethereum. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the update firmware just to see how long that takes. All right, here we go. You're about to install your firmware version 2.0.2. Before you update, make sure you have updated Ledger Live through the notification banner or downloaded the latest version of Ledger Live. And it gives us all these other instructions. I do have my recovery phrase, so I'm going to go ahead and click on continue. And now we see the download chugging through. It's actually going fairly quick, so that's good. All right, so I go to my device and it actually shows confirm update on the token. Alright guys, it is actually updating on my device, so it rebooted the device whenever I updated the firmware. That's why you saw the error pop up and it say that it was disconnected. It actually was disconnected because I had to reboot the device. And now I'm having to put my pin back into the device. We're going to fire that bad boy up. Okay guys, I have updated the firmware and that looks like it's working. I can confirm that on the thumbstick. Now we see that the firmware is up to date on my Ledger Nano. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on adding some of these apps for my crypto. I'm going to go through that, but I'm just going to leave you guys at the end of this video to show you how easy it was to set up the LEDGER Nano X. I will give any updates if I've run into any issues in the future. Thanks for stopping by, you guys. Have a great day.